aka Coley Cole. Thanks for dropping by. Today's video is going to be on hookah. So if you already know that's something that you don't mess with, it's cool. Stick around, watch. You might learn something. You may decide to get one and entertain somebody, and or you may be with some friends and find yourself at a hookah lounge and you may not smoke it, but you may be a tad bit knowledgeable, and they're gonna be like, oh girl, where you learn that at? On Coley Cole's YouTube channel. Anyway, I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine first, and this is just gonna be like the basics. Like, this is not the video if you want to learn where Shisha came from, why people smoke at A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is solely how to make a hookah, because I'm trying to make mine so I can sit down and watch Netflix, drink my wine, and smoke. Be right back. We gonna drink this, all this. First thing on the list of supplies, and this is not something you have to have, this is something that is just highly recommended, and it is just an old school hot plate. Only reason why I say a hot plate is because it allows you to sit your coals up here, and your coals will heat up and get hot evenly, versus if you have, like what I have, a gas stove, you have to don't mind that, I ain't cleaned it. Anyway, versus if you have a gas stove, you have to figure out how to like balance your coals up here so that they can get contact with the fire and actually heat up. And you need your coals to be hot so that you can actually smoke. So, and these are cheap off of Amazon. If I can remember, I'll put a link in the description box, because I mean, they are cheap, so they don't last long. You may get like 6 months or a year, but they're like $10, and you get to smoke every day, every other day, however often that you smoke, because you smoke at home. All right, next on your list of supplies. Oh, look, this ain't even, look, I'm not ready, Jesus. Okay, now, next on your list of supplies is you have to have some actual Shisha to smoke. Now, granted, if you may be new to this, you may not have as large of a selection as I have here, and honestly, this is not that big of a selection, but a lot of people tend to buy like these, and these are perfectly fine, especially when you're starting out. You can get those, use them up, and then like once you get into it, you'll figure out like what flavors you actually like, and then you can buy them in larger quantities. So tonight, what are we gonna smoke, guys? I think we're gonna do this, because I did it the other day. We're gonna do this one. I think we're gonna do this blueberry, a little bit of this. Oh yeah, these three. Here we go. These three. So this is what we're gonna smoke tonight. We're gonna do a combination of these three in our hookah bowl. And once again, once you get more into this, you'll realize if you change the amounts of each one of these that you actually put into the bowl, you're gonna get a different flavor. For those of you wondering about this Kool-Aid, that is optional. I tend to like it, and I put it in the bottom of the bowl where the water goes, because it just helps enhance the flavor of whatever it is that I'm smoking. So you just get that more fruitier flavor when you're smoking. And I mean, you know, of course, it's just like you want to coordinate your clothes, you need to coordinate whatever flavor Kool-Aid you need. It needs to actually go with what you're smoking. So I think I'm gonna do this mixed berry. I mean, you know, we got blueberry, we got melon menage, watermelon chill. We got enough watermelon. We got watermelon here, we got watermelon there. Let's hit it with this. I think that'll work. All right, so you got however you're gonna heat your coals up with. You have your Shisha. Can't smoke without coals. This is just the brand that I use. There are a million different ones out there, so as long as you got some coals, you're good. However, some of them are trash because they don't last long, and or you taste more coals and you don't even get any flavor. These are good because they're made of coconut, so they burn, they last a long time while smoking, and then you don't actually taste coal. You taste whatever the flavor it is that you should be smoking. All right, welcome to my little hookah area. See how it's over here beside the alcohol and it just flows. You got hookah and then you have alcohol. You have alcohol and then you have hookah. And I know, once again, this is probably above some of y'all's heads. Some of you don't know what it is. You don't understand the fascination with it, which is cool. However, if you made it this far, just take a little walk with me. Just take a little walk with me. Here we go. Okay. As you all know, if you're here, you already know this. These are your actual hookah pieces. You can get hookahs from probably like $25, $30 to like hundreds of dollars. However, this just happens to be the one that I have. Not going to get into type, material, none of that. Only difference with mine is it's pretty basic, except not that piece, but this piece. Most of them have the clay top. I do not use that. However, if you use the clay piece, you would literally, it would be the same function. You would sit your shisha in this little area right here. If there's not a hole, you need to move your shisha out of the way just so that there's a hole right there. So you would literally just see the bottom of the bowl, and then you would place the foil over top, and then you would poke little holes in there. A lot of people like to use the back of an earring because you want small holes, and you would poke those holes all over the top of the foil and then place your coals on top of the foil. That's not what we do here. So difference is shisha goes there, hole is already there. This is going to sit on top. The coals are going to go in here, and this just allows, oops, I can't see. Okay, here we go, embarrassing me and shit. Once you put your coals in here, then you have a lid, and then it just allows you to manage your heat flow. Granted, this is going to be for people who really smoke, because you know how to heat it up. You're going to get more clouds, but you also need to manage like if your shisha is burning. So this is a little extra. I'm extra. If you've been rocking with me a little bit, you already know that. But since this is what I have, this is what we're going to put together, and we're going to smoke.
You got it, girl. You got it, girl. I don't wanna play no games, play no games. Fuck around, be my last name. I know you're tired of the same damn thing. That's okay, 'cause baby, you got it, girl. You got it. You got it, girl. You got it. You're the only one.
We come to another optional step in making your hookah process. So you can choose to put ice in the bottom of the bowl, and the bowl is where the water goes. I like to put ice in the bottom of mine because I like the cooling effect that I get as I smoke. Once again, you do not have to do that, but that's what we do over here at Coley Cole's house. Okay?
Know you tired of the same damn thing. That's okay, 'cause baby, you got it, girl. You got it. You got it, girl. You got it.
I see y'all. Yes, it's just like black people to keep the little to-go cups, and this is from Gus's Chicken. And yes, I did. I took the cup. Matter of fact, I think I bought the cup. But yeah, y'all know black people always got cups in their house that belong to different restaurants. And or I mean, even some of the liquor stores, you can, you know, get you a little thrifty cup and you can just take it on the go with you. But that's not here nor there. We're just gonna put this ice in the bowl.
You're the only one trying to make love. Drinking and chill, man. Baby, like, running game, you know what I'm saying? All you stupid niggas, they gon' call again. Tell them that a real nigga stepping in. Don't let them niggas try, test your patience. Tell them that it's over, ain't no debating. All you need is me playing on your playlist. You ain't gotta be frustrated. I don't wanna play no games, play no games. Fuck around, be my last name. Know you tired of the same damn thing. That's okay, 'cause baby, you got it.
Go ahead and add my little Kool-Aid in here before we important about putting the water in your hookah is paying attention to and or learning the level of where your water needs to go. Because if you don't have enough water in here, then the stem is not going to reach the water, so you won't get any smoke when you pull. And then there's sometimes you can put way too much water and you still won't get the appropriate results that you should get. So finding the right water level, sometimes you have to play around with it. I've just learned mine is where this line is right here. Because you don't want your shisha to burn. Think about the higher up it is, the closer it is to the fire, and then if it actually burns, it will burn and it will taste disgusting. We're just gonna sit this here, put our coals on, and we will be ready.
All you need is me playing on your playlist. You ain't gotta be frustrated. I don't wanna play no games, play no games. Fuck around, be my last name. You know you tired of the same damn thing. That's okay, 'cause baby, you got it, girl, you got it. You got it, girl, you got it. Got it, I don't wanna. Yeah, I don't wanna play no games, play no games. I don't wanna. I don't wanna play no games. You got it, girl, you got it, girl.
All right, now we're just gonna put it together. This is the stem. Some screw, some have a little suction cup. Whichever way it applies, just make sure it's in there and that it's tight. And now we just place this firmly on top. If you have the clay ones, sometimes it may be a little loose. If you can put the appropriate amount of paper towel, like on the inside or just around this piece, wet it a little bit and then just put it on this piece and then put your clay bowl on top. It'll make it tight. Quick tip. Okay, so now after you put your coals on, you let it heat up like 2 to 3 minutes. Nothing for an extended period. Nothing for an extended period of time, because it'll just be burning for no reason. You just want it to heat up and then you can start smoking. For those of you who have the same type of setup that I have, once you pull a couple times, you can pretty much take that third coal off, sit it in your tray, and you can smoke for at least almost 45 minutes to an hour before you need to put the third one back on there, and then you can keep smoking. Most of the ones that use the clay bowl with the foil, kind of depends. You have to play with it. You can tell. If you can tell, like when you first start smoking, it tastes good and then it starts to taste a little funny, you may need to take the third coal off. And then once you can tell that like your smoke is getting less and less, then you can put the third coal back on. You gotta play with it. All right, I'm good. I got my hookah, I got my wine. I just taught a few people something. Once again, hey girl, hey, if you made it to the end, my name is Nicole, aka Coley Cole. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It is free. Hit the subscribe button.